Chris Barrow, and we're here right outside the Royal College of Physicians in Regent's Park, where today we've been holding one of our mastermind group meetings for the Dental Business Club. We've got about 10 practices inside there, owners and business managers who've been here for the day. This morning we've spent a lot of time talking about word of mouth marketing. This afternoon talking about problem solving for each of the individual practices. Now, the reason I'm asking Emma John here onto the video blog this week, Emma is here first of all in her capacity as a client of the Dental Business Club, because Emma and Rod run Absolute Dental in Kingsbridge in Devon, but Emma's also here as the principal and founder of Absolute Training, and you know that I describe Emma as the go-to girl for front desk training and also for reception training in dentistry. The reason we're here, I noticed that Emma posted something on her blog a couple of days ago, and it was about nurse training, wasn't it, Emma? It was. So I've noticed also that blog post has created pretty huge response very quickly, so I thought, well, let's get up to date. What I'd like you to do is to tell me what was the blog post about, what's being said, what do people that are watching this video blog need to take care of, what do they need to do about it? So it's over to you.
Okay, well, we've recently been on an examiner's training course in London, and the NEBDN are changing the way that the student dental nurses are going to sit their exams as of the latter part of this year. The impact this is going to have on training providers is quite important, and it's important that dentists and principals understand that.
So what exactly is it that's going to be changing? Tell me about that.
Stage one of the new exam will be that the students sit a series of multiple choice questions in the region of about 75 questions. If they pass that, they then go on to a second series of exams, probably a fortnight later, which will be much more simulations of situations, basic life support, cross-infection, a far more hands-on approach, which will be very useful to the profession. If they, however, haven't passed phase one of the examination, they cannot sit this until the entire process takes place, probably 6 to 8 months later. The downside of this for employers is going to be that the examination costs are going to be far greater. Obviously, for training centres to train to that level, it's going to take a lot more time and resources, a lot more hands-on training. Currently, most dental nurse training is carried out in the evenings for nurses after a full day's work. It's going to have to be managed very, very carefully. Not only is there going to be more training time needed, but also the costs involved to employers are going to have to increase. From what I've spoken to other examination centres, they're looking at probably in the region of £2,000 to train a nurse, whereas currently it's between £800 and £1,000. The examination fee itself is going to raise from about £75 to in the region of £200. I think employers are going to have to be very aware of this when they're recruiting nurses, because in some instances nurses are actually paying for their own training, and this could have a large impact. Longer term, we might get far more practically trained nurses doing things to a better level of care for our patients. Short term, there's a lot of glitches that I think the profession are going to have to be aware of and work through.
So you posted the blog. What has been the general response on the blog post? What are people saying on that?
I think initially there's been a lot of surprise, because there hasn't been an awful lot of press on this so far in the sort of the dental magazines, etc. I think nurses are very unaware of it. The nurses that we see through training are completely unaware that there is possibly going to be a new type of examination sat. Currently, the examiners are also slightly working in the dark, because they're not quite sure exactly what it's going to be involved in it at the moment. So I think that hopefully we'll get some more sort of clearer guidelines as the months go by.
Okay, and if I'm a dental principal listening to this video blog, what action, if any, do I need to take right now?
I don't think there's any action you can take right now other than be very aware of it. Be aware that any nurses that you're going to potentially be recruiting in the next few months are going to be sitting a very different sort of regime of examinations and training to the ones currently. And I think recruitment in the right way is going to become vitally important.
Got it. Thanks, Em. Okay, so very interesting conversation. We've not finished the day, actually. We need to go back in there and get through to the final session, talking about goals and objectives for the next 90 days. So hope you found that conversation interesting. Thanks for listening. We'll see you again soon.